Welcome to Gratitude and Attitude, everybody. I'm Bree. This is Nan.
Hello.
And we have Carlos in the house,
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Carlos.
our intrepid tech guy. And today we are talking, the topic sentence is, before you snap, dealing with annoyance. Dealing with annoying people, annoying situations. How do you, first of all, what kind of bothers you? What really annoys you? And then secondly, processing why it may bother you and how to deal with annoyance. So we've got some really good material for you. But I want to open it up, Nan, by saying how, this was your topic choice. You want to share a little bit about why you wanted to discuss this
I don't know.
today?
I had an annoying weekend. And I was like, we should do a podcast on getting annoyed because I am so annoyed.
Yeah.
We went out of town and I was driving in a lot of traffic and a lot of chaos.
Yes.
And I was just so annoyed
Yeah.
with just people's driving.
Yeah.
And and I don't know. I just was like,
Yeah, we
should
did
do something on,
we did a
podcast
girls'
on annoying.
weekend, and it was like, that's annoying. Get out of the way! Like all this different sort of dialogue that was going on, it both in Nan's head and then between the two of us. We weren't annoyed with each other.
No.
It was us against the world. That's what it felt like, didn't it?
Yeah, because it was, people wouldn't let you in. You'd get annoyed. It's like the courtesy, like driving etiquette. I just get annoyed. And it's not that I was mad because we're like, okay, wait a minute, you're mad or not? No, I'm annoyed that people just don't have courtesy when you're driving, too.
Correct.
It's like, and then, somebody driving in the fast lane that should be in the fast lane. That's just annoys me. It's like,
Then also this week there were some annoying things that happened for you because you said I've had some annoying stuff happen.
Yeah.
And you sort of challenged me and you were like, don't you get annoyed?
Yes.
And I was like, not as much as one would think.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing that I'm very, very like high strung and all the other things and I like perfect order. I think I get annoyed a lot
your
more.
words were, I don't get annoyed. I get mad.
Not a lot makes me annoyed, but a lot makes me mad.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into that
Right.
later.
Because I'm like, wait a minute, you got to get annoyed first and then you get mad.
Yeah. So that's kind of how we came
Yeah.
around with it. And we don't know what season, if you're watching us, what season you're in. Maybe you're in like a lot of things are annoying you season. Maybe you're not. But the conversation is going to be a good one because there are so many things that happen in life that if I had some like coping mechanisms, some great hacks or tips to deal with it, I would have processed through it faster and more productively. So with that said, let's open up like just thoughts about let's start with what really annoys you.
Well, first I'm going to read what annoyance is.
Okay.
Okay. So annoyance is an unpleasant mental state that is characterized by irritation and distraction from one's conscious thinking. It could lead to emotions such as frustration and anger. The property of being easily annoyed is called irritability. So.
Well done.
Well done, my good
job.
friends.
Okay, podcast over. That's all we need to know what it is.
But
It's good to start by defining it.
yeah, well, because annoyance, because I was so like, okay, you have to get annoyed first before you can have all these emotions. That's how I looked at it. But things that annoy me, I wrote it down because I'm like, what really annoys me? So
Yeah, we want to hear.
you know what annoys me really bad is when we are shopping and a salesperson is breathing down my neck. Like that just annoys. I hate it. And you do too. You know that because
I do.
I felt like I was echoing.
Your microphone is annoying you right now.
Yes, it is. Anyways, so if I'm in a store and I think, yes, they should ask if you need help, of course, but then they're constantly asking you and they're following you and you see them at the corner of your eye and they're right there and they're kind of following you around. That annoys me. And then I don't buy anything and then I leave.
Yeah, you can.
I do, right? I'm like, I know they're doing their job, but too much.
They're actually not. They're doing more than what their job is. And I've had plenty of friends who are in retail, and the ones who are most successful were the ones who kind of let people make up their own mind.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, when I walk into a store, they
hate
know
it
I'm going to
too.
spend money. They know I'm going to spend money.
Because you just
They-
look like money.
Well, no, it's not that I look like money. It's that I'm very purposeful. No, it's not because I look like money, but it is because I'm purposeful.
Yeah.
I'll pick something off and I'll look at it like, oh, I'm going to try this
Yeah.
on. So you can tell who's browsing and who's going to be trying on. If you can get a woman to try on something, then she's that much closer to the buying cycle. You know what I mean? So they'll know immediately. Then when they decide they're going to keep talking, that looks amazing.
Oh,
if
how
I
about
know
they tell
something
you
doesn't
that?
look amazing.
I hate that.
I'm like, no.
Annoys me.
And I do, but I don't get as annoyed as you
I
do.
get annoyed.
Like you get like you're like, I'm fine. do you need more sizes? No.
Oh, I'm not that bad.
Are you sure?
Yes. I don't. I'm like,
What do you
no,
do?
thank you.
No, thank you. And then if they
Yeah.
come back,
I'm like, I'm
then
out
what?
of here. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let me get dressed.
I don't believe you.
She legitimately.
I do.
does
I
get
I
angry.
like when they ask me if I need help, and then I let them know. I'll let you know if I need your help.
She's
Thank
so
you.
mean always.
I'm so sweet.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. You really think that you go? I'll let you know, but thank you."
Sometimes I don't
That's-
say it like that.
Yeah, how
I
do you
go,
say it?
I go. I'll let you know. Thank you.
You say it with a smile on your
Yeah,
face.
I mean sometimes, and then at first, not
Yeah.
the first time.
Okay,
Like
what
when you
about the
walk in.
second?
Second time, then I start getting irritated. Then I start saying no thanks.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
But
exactly.
not the first.
And then,
Then I start growling.
I don't even think it's actually very nonverbal, her communication at that moment. It's like very like she kind of scrunches her eyes and then she looks at the person, then she looks at me, and I'm like,
We're leaving.
we should go.
Okay, now I'm getting on to the next one.
What else annoys you? But
I won't talk about him.
But be careful where you hold your paper because you might be blocking your
Oh
beautiful
no,
face.
no! I just went like this.
Okay.
Thank you for worrying about
Your beautiful face. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and I'll go
What
through them real
else
quick
annoys
so we don't have to talk. But when somebody snaps their gum too much,
Mm.
like like when you're really smacking away.
yeah.
And then I have if somebody's FaceTiming in a restaurant, like you're having to have a meal and somebody's talking to somebody on FaceTime and they're loud. That drives me crazy.
I
That
am
irritates
with
me.
you.
That really irritates me. Then somebody who's talking to me and is like right in my face.
Oh, close talkers.
Like in my space.
a close talker.
That irritates me. It's
What
like
do you do?
I step back.
And then what if they come to
They still do, but there's some people that feel like they have to be like right here.
Then what do you do? Have you ever told somebody,
No.
hey, step away?
No, I haven't. I just like kind of step back and you're just kind of like this.
You make a face.
But yeah, there's not too many people do that, but I have been around people who have done that. It's like I can hear you from being right there. You don't have to be like right here. Or maybe they can't hear very well. Maybe that's why they come so close.
What else? What else? This is so entertaining.
that's
And
Super
somebody who
crazy.
overtalks, somebody talks way too much.
That's me.
No.
You don't talk way too much.
Just rambles and you're just, I've said before, then I check out and then I'm like, I don't even know what they're talking about anymore. But somebody just rambles too much. It irritates me, I guess would be the word. Not that annoys me. I don't know. Not being mean. I'm a good listener, but sometimes it's just overly. Like when you're in overdrive, you're just talking way too much. You kind of, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. You've ever done that? You just look in, yes.
I just walk away.
See, I don't do that.
Yeah.
What if you're sitting at a table with them? Just get up.
I get up.
I'm out of here. I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I'm going to use the bathroom and I'm never coming back. Hi, everybody.
Those are a few things that annoy me.
Okay.
Just
Those are good. Those are actually pretty descriptive. What else?
oh my gosh. Don't you think that's enough?
Yeah, that's not that much. Carlos, what really
What annoys you,
you?
Carlos?
Yeah. A few things, not too many, but these things, they really annoy me.
Oh,
Okay,
what
are
is it?
they?
One thing is when I talk to someone and say, hey, you have to do this, you have to do that, and they don't say, okay.
They don't respond.
They don't respond.
That is a good one.
Oh my gosh. And then I have to repeat. Hey, do you know this? They don't respond.
In a way, it feels passive aggressive when they
Can
don't.
you please just say, okay, I want to
Yeah.
know you understand
That's
what
like
I'm
Priya
saying.
texting us today. We didn't respond to her. She goes,
For an
hello,
hour.
is anybody there?
It was an hour.
No, but that's different because
I'm kidding.
you didn't respond. You didn't respond on purpose.
How do you know that?
But,
I know what you're saying.
But
yeah.
that's something that is really annoying because it's like blocks the communication. It's like I'm talking to the wall. That's something that annoys me a lot. Also, loud music when it's too like rock and roll or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And that I can tolerate that for a few minutes, a couple of minutes, but after 3
Then
minutes,
it starts annoying you.
very. And or something else that annoys me is when I say, okay, from now on, this is going to be the process to do this. You put all the dirty clothes in that place, and then that goes to the laundry, and the next day when I go back and I see everything a mess, and then I have to repeat and repeat.
So repeating is annoying.
That's very annoying for me because if I talk about something, let's call that a done deal, and let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the things that in the latest years, I would say
Get
I know
annoyed.
a lot.
So listening to Carl's, not to jump in, but I just realized something else that annoys me, that really annoys me.
What?
When I'm having a conversation, texting with somebody, and I'm in the middle of a conversation with them, and they don't answer back. Like in the middle of a conversation. Well, you know how I am about answering a conversation.
Give an example.
Well, you know how I am about, I don't expect someone to answer me right away. I don't expect that. We've had podcasts on that. You know, what's the time limit? I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about when you're actually in the middle of a conversation with somebody texting, and then all you hear is crickets.
Okay, give an example. Like go through it.
Well,
Like,
I've had that happen.
somebody texts you.
Yeah, someone texts me and they're out, we're having this conversation. We're talking about things and, we're answering each other back and forth. And then, I answer something and then I'm waiting for that person's response and it's nothing.
Crickets.
There's nothing there. And they don't ever answer. It's like, okay, I guess that was the end of the conversation, but we were still in the middle of the conversation.
Yes.
That freaking annoys me. Like because I've told you, I'm like,
Correct.
it's so annoying. I'm like, we're in the middle of a conversation and they don't respond, It's not like I've talked about
the worst
before.
part is when they initiate the conversation.
Yes, right. and then we're not finished. And it's not a finished conversation. It's not.
So it would be something like somebody texting you, "Hey, Nancy, I sure do miss you. I haven't seen you in forever." And you being like, "Oh, hi, how are you doing? So glad you texted. I was thinking about you the other day.
Yeah.
How is everything going?"
Yeah, and it's even a more deeper conversation. Ooh. It's not even just that. It's like we've been responding, and we're in the middle of this deep conversation. It's rude too.
That's rude.
And that drives me
rudeness
nuts. Like that annoys
That's a good one.
Yeah, it does annoys me. Yeah. But like I said before, I'm not contradicting what I said before in another podcast. I still believe that you don't have to answer right away, the first initial answer. You know what I mean? Like what's the time limit? But when you're in a conversation with somebody and then they pretty much just stop the conversation, that's annoying. Then that's it.
I think that's very much like being on the phone with someone and you and me talking and me saying, "Hey, so what were you thinking about, such and such?" And you've hung up.
Yeah, you've hung up. It's like click.
I would freaking get in my car and I would walk up to you and go, "Show me your phone. We were just on the phone."
Good, though. That's it. It's like
exactly.
It's like
someone hanging up. And you know what it is? It's absolutely discourteous. It is. I was interested in chatting with you, but now I'm not.
Right.
So I'm just going to dump you.
Yeah, it's like just crickets. It's all you hear, which is nothing. But you're right. It's like a hang up.
It's a hang up.
It's like a hang up through a text message.
It's a hang up in the middle of a phone conversation.
And then a month later, they'll text you and it's like nothing. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
So when
It's
they
not
text
polite.
you, do you respond a month later?
Honestly, if I respond, it's like a week later or something. I don't do it like or sometimes I don't respond, honestly. I can't even think, like it hasn't happened to me lately, but I really don't. I think I've told you that. Like, I'm like I didn't respond back.
You know, all you have to do, like this is one of my life sort of like, I operate between these two boundaries. And mine is, we talked about this just in the last podcast, which everybody will have heard by the time they're hearing this one, where I say if somebody tells you who they
Yes,
are
right.
through their words or their actions, believe them.
Yeah.
So my second rule is do something once, it's a mistake.
Yeah.
Do something twice, it's a pattern. I'm out.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with foregoing that friendship for the rest of my life. So it doesn't work always for me, but in that specific instance,
yeah.
if someone did that
So
to me
annoying.
over and over again
Yeah.
over the course of the years,
Yeah.
I'd be like, click.
Yeah, it's usually
not
the same.
interested.
It's the same person.
It is the same.
But we don't
person.
really talk very much anymore.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
But what about you? What
Okay.
What
so
what
we talked
annoys
about
you?
this. All right. There's literally one thing that drives me insane, and that's it. It's one thing, and that is someone playing their phone out loud anywhere where other people are. So I'll give you an example.
I'm going to challenge you on this. On
Okay.
This whole
No,
thing.
this drives me. This is
No,
like
no,
my
this-
thing.
this,
This
yeah.
makes me go ballistic.
No, but-
I get so annoyed and then I get angry very
Yeah.
quickly.
I'm going to challenge you on things that I think you get annoyed with.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Okay. I'm telling you, this is my one thing. Let's
Yes.
see if she's correct or not. She likes to correct me.
Because I think she gets annoyed way more often than she
I
thinks.
actually don't think I feel annoyed as much as you think I feel annoyed, but we'll see.
Well, okay.
Let me just give you an example. My dad and I were at the Mayo Clinic. He was like horribly sick. So it may have been that I had like some emotional overload already. We were in a waiting room. And at the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, Florida, they have a sign that says, no cell phones. Please don't play your cell phones loudly. They actually have a sign that specifically says not to do it. And we're waiting to go in to hear the prognosis because he's in the middle of this thing. And I'm sitting there and I hear like literally a movie playing on someone's phone. And I look up and I look at him and I go, is somebody watching a movie in the waiting room of the Mayo Clinic? Like oncological, like ward?
Yeah.
And he goes, it's like he's just feeling like sort of like super flooded and everything else like that. I said, no. I started looking around.
Where's this
I
person?
see a guy and he's playing like a World War II movie
Oh, gosh.
as
Guns
loudly as he
going off.
can. Yeah. Pew, 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 like the sound of airplanes and like war. And I stood up and I walked over to him and I said, sir, I don't know if you know this. Every one of us can hear the movie, but we don't have the benefit of watching it. Can you please turn it down? And I thought, if this guy says one word, I'm going to reach back and slap him.
Or he said, sit by me and you could watch it with me.
No, but that's probably what you would have said. He looked at me and he goes, I'm
sorry."
so sorry.
Okay.
And immediately I was like, okay, no annoyance. But I will tell you, I spun up so fast. It looked like a Black Hawk helicopter taking off. I was like, zoom, like really, 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 really high. That's what really annoys me. And that's the one time in my life where I've actually asked someone to stop doing something and they stopped. I've asked plenty of people, I'm sorry, I can hear Candy Crush in this waiting room. Can you turn down your Candy Crush like phone?
Yeah.
And people are like, not really. That's when I want to
Or
punch
you're on
them in
a
the
plane.
face.
I hate that on a plane, right? When you're on a plane and somebody's playing
on
a
a
movie out
plane,
loud.
boom, I immediately hit the button.
Yeah.
The flight attendant comes over and I'm like, can you please tell them to turn their phone down? Like all the way.
But that's courtesy.
That
too.
annoys me. That
plane.
really, really annoys me. What else do you think annoys me?
I think you get a little annoyed when people are late. I do think that.
That's. I think that's true.
I love the people who are late so much. I'm kind of like, I was here already when it's say like this situation. I don't
don't
get
get
that.
annoyed?
I can feel like a little like buzz of irritation. Then I say to myself, why am I irritated? I'm home.
You get annoyed when you think someone's an idiot.
Okay. Like how? Give me an example.
You're just like, oh, I can't listen to this. Like, or like, I just can't be around that person. I just can't listen to him. That person's an idiot.
I do say that person's an idiot. I don't really feel annoyed at that
No?
moment. I feel it's informational. I'm
Well-
like, you're an idiot. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I literally remove myself from most situations that could annoy me.
So I guess because you know what it is too? It's the tone in your voice that changes.
Like, what's the tone?
Well, it's different. When you get annoyed or something bothers you, your tone changes. So then in my mind, then I'm thinking, oh, that's annoying to her. That's annoying her.
Yeah.
It changes. It's like
It is true.
right, Carlos?
What does it change like?
It just-
Give me an example
it's
of
more
me.
authority. How do you say it?
Authoritative.
Yeah, it changes.
Okay.
It's like it becomes more stronger, like
Stricter.
I'm like, oh, she's getting
Like a nun.
She's getting irritated.
Yes.
But probably she doesn't see
I
it.
can
I don't know. I mean, I think I'm pretty self-aware.
Yeah, but I think it's a feeling. I think it's the beginning of a feeling because I don't think you go straight to angry.
Yeah.
I think there's something in between there, but I definitely can see it
What I say is disconnecting from this immediately.
because it irritated you.
Probably, but I don't feel like I telling you that thing when people play their phones out loud. That makes me insane.
Right. It
That
probably brought your heart
really
rate up.
annoys me. Yeah, that really annoys
Yeah.
me. Like I can feel it working at me like
Yeah,
like a big scribble.
yeah, like you're
But
gonna explode.
But like the other stuff, I'm like,
But see, I think that took you to a different form. I think you got irritated, and then that rolled into this kind of not rage, but kind of like, I got to go handle this.
yeah.
So that's what I think is the difference. I think you get irritated, and then you go into that.
Handling.
That's me.
Handling the
I'm
situation.
I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist.
We didn't read our medical disclaimer today.
Agree in that, but it just by observing. What do you think about her, Carlos? Come on, be honest.
Yeah, what do you think annoys
Does
me?
she get irritated? Because you've done a lot of work for her. So be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, she changed the face.
Yeah.
My face changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
How does it change
It's
from
just
what's
more serious.
Yes, she gets more authoritative.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? That's a really good
You do.
observation.
But for some people, it's difficult to hide that. It's just that shows on your face. That happens with my wife all the time. She can't hide it. I say, Junie, I can see in your face you are upset.
Oh, I can't hide when I get irritated.
Yeah, for me, I can get away a little bit with that. A
I
little
think
bit.
so.
But for some people, it's more difficult.
Well, you know what? Think about it for a second.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Carlos irritated?
No.
I have not.
Carlos, you are the most patient person I've
I
ever
have
met.
not seen a side of you that you've gotten irritated or annoyed with something. I have not. I have never seen it. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
You are the same always.
Probably my family will tell the different.
But we've been around you enough to
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, usually I try to be relaxed as possible.
yeah.
Even if I don't know how to do something, or I try to just to move along.
Very true. You're like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Like you don't get like,
Yeah.
well, I'll be like, stupid thing. I'm just gonna
So
throw it against
let's
the
talk
wall.
about that. Let's talk about response
Yeah.
to annoyance. Now, we've already identified that I'm immediately like, I'm on a mission. I'm going to fix this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go tell that person,
Yes.
turn your phone down.
Right.
Right? What's your response when you get annoyed?
It depends. Like if I get annoyed, and I don't really want to show it too much, I try to like self-talk myself. Like, you know, just chill out. Don't get so annoyed. Relax. Take a breath. Kind of, you know, I've walked away like for a moment or two and just kind of taken myself out if I can. But like driving, you can't. You try to, then that's more like maybe turns into a little bit of road rage because you get so mad. I get annoyed and then I get mad and then, but yeah, I'll try to do that. I'll try to self-talk myself to not like, actually to not like, make it into a bigger matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like trying not to
That's
make
so
a big
healthy.
deal about it. Just get through it. Don't be annoyed. And sometimes I do say something.
Like what?
Something
Well,
mean.
family members or friends or something. I'll just be like, hey, you know, can you not do that right now? Let's do that later. You know?
Yeah.
Not being specific.
Yes.
But like, let's be present. Let's, you know,
Yes.
let's do this. Let's deal with this later. Or, you know, because I'll get annoyed first and then I don't want to get mad. See, that's how I look at it. It starts off being
really
annoyed,
good.
and then I get mad. So if I can stop it between that,
It's really good.
getting mad,
Yeah.
doesn't always work. Sometimes I get annoyed.
But you try.
My husband gets the brunt of it. He sees probably me more. He'll know when I get annoyed.
I think when you get annoyed, you get a little fussy. Like you're like you're usually like so solid, like grounded. There's no change in your personality. You're very like this. When you get annoyed, when you feel really elevated, it's kind of like it's almost like there's like turbulence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see it on your face.
I know, you tell me that. You go, I can tell that you tell me that.
I'm like
She's getting a little frustrated, but she says it real sweet. She says
do
something.
But-
What do you
but-
say?
getting
But
a little
Priya-
frustrated. I go like
but
that.
she's
No, but
like
you
more
s-
serious on the
But
face.
you say something to me.
No. I think
How is that?
no. She just kind of like she cuts her eyes very quickly.
I can, right, and I can
She'll-
cut you
she'll
too.
look at this.
I could cut you too
She'll
quickly.
cut you, girl. will
I'm
cut
shorter. My response is shorter.
you. It's like quicker.
Yeah.
It's one syllable.
Yeah.
and she'll look at the person who's the object of her annoyance. Like
Just
yeah, she'll
fast.
snap like like what they say like
very
you'll
quick.
cut your eyes at somebody. She'll do that, and I'll go.
she knows.
I look at her, I look at the other person. I'm like, they have no idea how close to the surface they're skating.
She goes, I can tell you're a little uneasy, not uneasy or whatever.
It's just like emotional turbulence for.
I'm not stable.
For Nan. No.
no, but you know.
You're totally stable. You're like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a jumbo jet that just starts
Yeah.
kind of like gunk, 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 like when it's kind of like moving.
Yeah.
and you're like, what's gonna happen?
But
I go, I
that's-
think she's just trying to be helpful. That's what I say. You look a little annoyed.
I go,
And
yes.
you'll go, yes, I am, and I need to go. And I'll go, okay. Either I'll meet you there, or I'm going to.
Yeah.
you know?
But I think that's something very cool when you get to know someone.
Yeah.
You get to see all the states.
do.
And you ended up liking everything and enjoy because the whole thing is a whole spectrum of the personality of someone.
Right.
You can't be 100% happy all the time.
No.
There have to be some things that
Right,
annoy
you have to get annoyed every once in a while.
once in a while, but that's cool when someone just looking at you.
They know.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, we can read each other now pretty well.
That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
It's a gift from the Lord,
Yeah.
It's a soul sister thing too. But yes, I mean, yeah. And it happens so rarely. Like honestly,
does.
she doesn't get annoyed a whole lot. I'm probably in denial, probably more things than I think annoy me, but I really don't feel
Yeah.
annoyed. We were talking about this. Here's the point we were making. I said, you get way more annoyed about way more things, but I get angry very quickly. So I go from 0 to 100, and you go like 2, 7,
Yeah.
9, it. And it's like different things that are kind of stepping out, like snapping gum doesn't bother me at all.
Oh, gosh.
Like it doesn't annoy me at all. Chewing loudly, breathing loudly, doesn't bother me. I don't even think about it. But if someone does like plays Candy Crush, I am in a rage. I'm like,
Carlos,
I
don't be on your
choose
phone,
not to.
please.
Yeah.
No, but let me ask you something.
Yeah.
I just forgot this one. When you're sharing time with someone and that someone goes into Instagram or Facebook and begin to scroll, and it's like you are by yourself.
That's what I said. Like sometimes you have to.
That has to annoy everyone,
that's
I
so
guess, right?
annoying.
I'm very grateful because not like I don't have a lot of friends.
You tell people to put their phone away.
I do. I don't, but I'm telling you
I
right
do the
now. You
same.
know who those people are? Kids.
No,
I go, can you please put your phone down?
I've been around when it's been.
Who?
I've been around to. You're like, oh, you just put your phone down? We're at dinner. We're having a conversation. I've been around you.
Really? You're gonna have to remind me who I
I'll
did
tell you
that with.
later.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name names.
Yeah,
now.
if I could, I'll do the same. But sometimes,
Let's be present. She says yeah.
But that's
Yeah, I
that,
do say let's be present.
But that's very.
But I will tell
annoying.
you, I do it with kids.
Well,
Or
then,
I'll
you know.
say, like, to any of the kids I'm mentoring, this is a no phone zone. You're going to have to turn your phone over or not bring it to this table. I do say that up front.
That's good though,
I
because
do.
first of all, it's rude.
Yeah.
And what you do about it? If that happens to you, Nancy.
Well, I've done it. I've said, listen, what I just said. It's like, let's be present. Let's not do this right now. Let's just kind of we're in a conversation here. Let's be present, And 9 out of 10 times you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. You're right. I'll do this later. I'll check this email. And I do it to my husband because there's been plenty of times where he's checking his emails. And I'm like, I'm talking, we're having a conversation and you're checking your emails.
Yeah.
It's annoying and it's not right. Like you're not present.
It's discourteous.
Yeah. And he'll apologize. He goes, oh, I'm so sorry. Because sometimes he's just in a work mode. And I have to remind him that it's rude because it's funny because when I am not, if I do something like that to him while we're in a conversation, he's like, well, what are you doing? Like, can you put that down? Like right away.
But you never do that.
I don't, but once in a blue moon, like once in a blue moon, I'm like, oh, I have to check this real quick. And then I could see he doesn't like it either. And I just think it's rude, to do that anyway, but sometimes I do have to tell him because he's so in a work mode because he's like, I have to check these emails. I have to answer these emails. I'm like, well, let's finish this conversation first and then do that, please.
I have actually talked to him once.
And he was doing that?
He was doing it. And I looked at him and I said, I don't think you've heard a word I've said. He's like my brother.
Yeah.
So it's like talking to my brother. But I looked at him and I said, okay, stop. I don't think you heard one word I said. And he goes, I have to answer these emails. I said, no, you don't because I've done your job. I did that. I waited. You can wait to read that email and that person can wait to hear from you. You don't owe them an instant answer.
Yeah.
The last I checked, they worked for you. You didn't work for them.
Right.
And he was like, well, you're right. He goes, you're right. I just don't want to forget. And I was like, that's not my problem. That's your problem. So I was kind of mean about it, but he's my brother. I get to talk to my brother that way. But that is, you're right. There are some people who do that. That actually doesn't bother me as much.
Really?
Oh, no?
No.
Oh my gosh, that.
I think it would bother you if your
But
sweetheart
listen,
did that to you too much. You would.
He doesn't do it at all.
Right. So if he did it, you would be you.
To me,
I
it's
without
like,
a doubt, I put my life on the line. She would make it known to put that.
To me, that's like.
Yes. Yeah.
Short
That
circuit.
drives you crazy.
Yeah.
It's short circuits, right?
Yeah.
Or have you been with and someone's on the phone literally talking?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I have to get this phone call. I have to. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
But then you're like, okay, they've been on the phone for 30 minutes. Huh. Would you like to reschedule? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I know sometimes you have to take that call. It's important. We know that, but I don't know.
But probably we all agree that's something that annoys almost everyone.
Yeah.
Probably in lesser or higher,
And it's about being present.
Yeah.
It's really not. It could probably be anything that they're doing. They're on their phone, whether they're scrolling or whether they're checking their emails, whether they're talking on the phone or whether I don't know. It's about them being present in your conversation.
Yeah.
It's annoying when somebody's not present when you're trying to have a conversation
Totally
with
agree.
somebody.
And that's about just being really mindful. Mindful of who you're with, mindful of their time.
Right, mindful of their time.
Honestly, here's one thing we talked about, and there is value to this, is that I have such a tiny circle of friends now. I mean, so tiny. None of them do annoying things. None of them.
We're just perfect, right, Carlos?
You guys
Yeah.
are such
We
wonderful
are perfect.
people. I really,
Perfection
really
or
mean it.
nothing.
Yeah, you're perfect.
Or we work extra hard when we're around Priya to be perfect.
You do not stop saying that.
I'm kidding. That's not true. But
No, the truth is and I think that you guys love me and you know like what sort of lights me up and you don't do it just like I know what lights you up
Yeah.
and I don't do it.
Right.
I mean, I think that's just knowing people.
respectful, too.
Yeah, it is. And I, good gracious, I just threw
okay.
my pen across the room. Hold on.
okay.
Okay. So all that to say is, I guess I have the luxury of having less opportunity when you have less people in your life, there's less opportunity for annoying things to
Right.
happen.
Absolutely.
But do you guys
Okay.
want to know some statistics
Yes.
about irritability and annoyance and things that make people annoyed?
Bring the numbers.
Okay, I'm going to give you some numbers. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
This one is from JAMA, which I think is the Journal of the Medical Association. I think that's JAMA. But you guys, like, truth check me, whoever's watching me. This is from a 2025 JAMA NetW Open. report. Among 42,597 adults, using social media most of the day was associated with higher irritability versus never users. So by multiples, people who use social media most of the day are more
irritable?
annoyed than people who never use it. They feel annoyed and irritated. They're like at that the response to annoyance is irritability, right? They're more annoyed and they show greater irritability. Okay. So in a 50-state survey of 42,739 adults, higher irritability was associated with greater odds of suicidal ideation. And 1.6% of adults without moderate depression, anxiety still fell in the top decile, which is the top 10% of irritability. So apparently, irritability, the prevalence of it on a daily basis all day, kind of pushes you towards something really, really dire, which is that suicidal ideation, the thinking, the deeply negative thoughts that are self-destructive. Can you imagine that? That's how much it can wear on you.
Wow.
So noise annoyance in regards to mental health strain. So I'll tell you, have you ever been somewhere and you hear like something buzzing in the background and you're like, that's never stopped. You know, like you can be sitting outside and someone's mowing a lawn and then it was so quiet before that happened and then they start mowing the lawn. That's noise annoyance. It says chronic noise in the 50 to 70 decibel range elevates stress hormone activity and contributes to annoyance, sleep disturbance, anxiety, depression, and reduced stress resilience. Higher noise annoyance scores predict later depression, anxiety, and sleep problems in large cohorts. So when they studied people and said, what do you think it was that started all of this? It's noise disturbance. So have you ever been someplace where you're like trying to be quiet and focus and someone's always irritating, like calling you or interrupting or the phone's ringing and you get annoyed?
Well, Carlos, you're going to listen, this pertains to you. But not that you annoy me, but it's so funny. Not funny because he'll know what I'm talking about. So, yes. So, at my house up in Jacksonville, I said, Carlos, I was sleeping. I was trying to fall asleep. And my sister's like, do you hear that noise? Oh. And I'm like, what noise? And then all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, I hear that noise. And I was like, and I'm like, where's it coming from? It's coming from the closet. It's my camera stuff, like all the
electronics.
All electronics. And until she told me about this noise, I didn't hear it. But then when I heard it, I couldn't sleep. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to tell Carlos, this noise is driving me crazy. Yeah. Then I started getting annoyed by this noise and irritated by this noise.
Annoyance.
Yeah. And so I told him, I said, Carlos, is there anything we can do? Because I hear this buzzing, you know. And he's like, yeah, don't worry, we'll take care of it.
Yeah.
But I haven't gone crazy yet, Carlos. I'm not in that. I haven't got to that point of craziness.
I promise
yet.
I will fix it.
But it was so, I did not hear it until she told me.
Yeah.
That's kind of odd,
That's
too.
noise annoyance. It's also called noise hassles.
Yeah, and I'm like, that darn thing.
You.
So I took pillows over, I put pillows over my head.
But how interesting. That tells a lot how our brains work.
Yeah.
Before you
I didn't
notice,
hear it until she heard it and told me.
Now you hear
and I'm like,
it.
yeah, I hear it.
Yeah.
I'm like, then all I could hear was this humming noise. I'm like, I'll wait till I talk to Carlos. You better pad that room up, Carlos. He's like, we'll take care of it. But it's true. And then it became so annoying. I had to put like...
So think about that. They've actually studied that because it matters so much.
Yeah.
I mean, it elevates stress hormone activity. Stress hormones shorten your life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for sure.
Think about that.
I will fix it, I promise.
That's right,
I promise.
Carlos.
Yeah, get on it, Carlos.
Better fix it like ASAP.
Chop, homie. Let's go.
But yeah, so that is probably just a little fraction of what you're saying. But I get that, like a noise.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Something happens to me, actually, the day before yesterday. I was in this job site. This never happens to me before probably my whole life. we go to this job site, it's like new construction site, and there's this guy, an electrician working there. He brings this big, huge radio with batteries, like the Boom station, and I was like, wow, that's a huge, radio to play music. And then we just working in silent, nothing, and this guy begins to play rock.
Here's that rock music.
Heavy rock.
No, heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
You're like, wow.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I was like, what should I do? Should I talk to him? Because there were like 3 guys. And I was like, what am I going to do? And I didn't want to say something.
Yeah.
But to me, that was unpolite. You're not working here alone.
Yeah.
And I ended up, I try, and I think I succeed. I say, God, this is probably a test for me. Let's see how I succeed doing this. But I ended up putting my mind in another place. But I was going crazy.
Yeah, it was driving you. You couldn't concentrate.
6 hours. 6 hours.
You needed Priya there.
And then I was, I was like, sir, I was thinking in my mind, sir, excuse me.
Sir, can you please lower?
Can we lower the volume down? And they wanted to do this. And I ended up not saying nothing, but I survived.
You needed some earphones, like some earplugs.
I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, that stinks.
But that never happens to me before.
Yeah.
That never happens to me before. What would you do if something like that happened to you?
Priya probably would have done it right away. It would have taken me a little bit, but probably an hour into it, then I would get irritated and then I'd go to that level.
Literally within 30 seconds, I would have walked up to him and said, hey man, I know you really love your music. You're going to have to turn it way down. Yeah. Because it's making me crazy.
I can't concentrate.
And
then it depends on how they respond.
Yeah. But, that's one mistake. I had to say something. I didn't do it. I don't know why. I was like, okay.
It's okay, Carlos. You don't like confrontation.
Probably.
Yeah, you're just that guy. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I think when it hinders your work, like sometimes you have to say a little something.
Yeah.
You could be like, hey, dude, let's listen to, I love your music, but hey, do you ever listen to something else?
But he was playing.
Let's see. Well, I was going to say, what's that station we listen to all the time?
I don't know, but he had the whole playlist since the band was at the very beginning. He plays everything from the single group. And I was like, there's nothing else he can play, probably. I don't know.
Hey, dude, put on some Bruno Mars.
Excuse me, can you please play some Bruno Mars? I didn't want to do that.
Because do you think that if it was different music that you liked, you'd be okay with it? Or is it just because it was loud?
No, just lower the volume, probably. That would be enough for me.
So even if it was music that you liked, you still would want it lowered?
Yeah, lower, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just was wondering.
But that happened like 2 days ago, and it's funny because today we're talking about this.
Yes.
And it's so funny.
It's perfect.
But in this moment, I realized that I had to say something.
Well, it's like my neighbors at my place up there. They have these weddings next door that annoys the crap out of me. I get crazy. Thank God they're selling the place.
I've actually named the person that does those weddings.
How you call it?
I have a special name. I'm not going to share it right now because I want to use it for the rest of my life with anyone who annoys me.
Yeah, you can't say it.
Yeah.
But I did. I was okay in the beginning, and then I'm not. And then I'm like,
yeah, I have I don't have
it's
that.
too loud. I do get to that point. And then I do that, but I'm okay. I'll try to suck it up for a little bit. I'm like, it's not. And my husband's like, it's not that bad. I'm like, full baloney.
Baloney.
Yeah. Full crap. But
Okay,
anyway.
so we've actually now moved into, we've talked about what annoys us. We've talked about why. We've talked about some of the effects of it, noise annoyance, which we didn't talk about. But kind of we did because snapping gum, someone snapping gum is a noise annoyance.
Right.
Or the humming of a machine, that you didn't hear before.
Yeah.
So now what I want to do is kind of turn our conversation to ways that you can deal with annoyance. Do you have some suggestions
I do.
or things that you do that are really effective for dealing with annoyance?
Well, it's kind of like what I said before. Even it's in my notes too, but they say, well, ChatGPT says.
Oh, look at you attributing Fantastic.
Finally, somebody
Finally,
say
I'm
it.
giving
Good
ChatGPT
Finally.
some credit.
After a few episodes, finally she say it.
Exactly 17. I think we're on episode 17.
I
for
think
the
I've
record.
mentioned ChatGPT before, but anyway,
Thank
just
you.
saying. Well, so like I was saying before, like take a breath for that moment. In that moment, these are like in the moment responses. Take a break, step away to cool down, get some fresh air. Try to shift your thinking.
Yeah.
Like we were saying before, like, okay, just reframe this situation. Let's, and this, they say release nervous energy, go engage in a physical activity.
Ooh.
I will be right back. I'm going to go run around the block and I'll be right back. It says, listen, like it says shaking your limbs or chewing gum.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, can I have a pack of gum, please? I'm going to release some of my
You're
nerves.
going to annoy yourself.
I feel like this big wad.
To release.
But it says do physical activity. That's so funny. I'm going to go run around the block. I'll be right back. In my heels, I'm going to go run. Where's she at? She's running around the block.
that
But
might
anyway,
work.
that's just being funny. But pretty much just like, I think really shifting your thinking, taking a deep breath. If you can take yourself out of that moment, of that annoyance,
Yeah.
with the noise, I couldn't leave the bedroom. So I just put a pillow over my head. I tried to find a solution.
Yeah, that's it. That's totally it. That's so good. Yeah. What about you, Carlos?
I think basically for me, there's two things. If it's something that I can modify or I can change, I work on it. If it's something that doesn't depend on me, I will do something like Nancy, just try to get away or, find a way to deal with that. But if I can change the scenario, then I work basically on that. If the music's too loud, I lower it. If it's something else that is conforming and I can change that, of course, because I realize if I don't do something to change that, then I will go to the next level, and we don't want
that's
that.
anger.
We don't want that. So basically, that if I can change it, if I can change the scenario, the situation, I do it. If it doesn't depend on me, I go away or find something else.
Have you ever snapped? Because
I will tell you a story. about
because
me
the beginning,
snapping.
because the title of it. Because I'm trying to think, have I ever snapped?
Have you?
Gosh, I need a moment to think about.
I will
that.
tell you. I have snapped once.
Oh yeah.
And I snapped in the most public,
the
insane way
I remember this. I wasn't there.
you could ever imagine. Do you guys want to hear this
Yeah,
story?
yeah, I
Yeah.
love this story.
Okay. So,
I didn't believe it, but I do.
well, if my
crazy.
dad was alive today,
Yeah.
he would tell you.
No, I believe it.
Yeah. So my father and my two sisters and I were all traveling. We were coming back from India for a big wedding, for my cousin's wedding on my dad's side. And when you come back from India, specifically the way we flew back, it is a 22-hour journey with 3 planes. So the third plane change is in Newark, where you're going through customs. You get off, you dash through customs, you get your bag from one carousel, you run it to another carousel, and then you go through security one more time to get on your plane, right? It's a giant hassle. And we've been flying for, now it's like, 18, 20 hours, something like that. And this all started in New Delhi, okay? We were in New Delhi, and I heard this big, tall guy talking really, really loudly to one of the security guards at New Delhi International. Now, let me just say something about it. Now, this is probably about 10 years ago, so it's not that long ago. I wasn't young, but New Delhi International Airport was, and may have changed since then. I don't know because I haven't flown through it in a long time. But it was a joke security-wise. One of my favorite things, and I actually took a picture of it. I don't know where it is. I'd have to find it. Was of a like a scanning machine, like a bag scanning machine. This is the best thing. It was a bag scanning machine, and I was on the side with the person who's looking at a monitor of what's in there. And it was floating out in the middle of like this. There's like wide open entrances all the way through New Delhi International, all the way down the thing. It's not like, doors are going like this. Everything's open. And there's this bag scanning machine. And this guy was there like, he's talking like this in kind of a big voice. And he's like, talking, making conversation with the guards who were talking about him in Hindi. And I have a very passable understanding of Hindi. I can't speak it, but I can understand some of it. And they're like, look at this jerk, basically. Running their bags through this machine. And the guy who's on the security side, because it's literally floating out in the middle of everything, there's nothing on the screen. It's not working.
Oh, okay.
Just the little carousel thing.
You're just letting things through.
They're like, just talking, acting like they're scanning bags.
Yeah.
You can't see anything. It's broken.
Yeah.
So I remember the guy from that. And he's like kind of a big mouth, loud talker. I don't know where he was from, but he was very loud. And he was like busy chit-chatting with these two guys who were totally like talking about him, what an idiot he is. Fast forward to Newark, 20 hours later. I'm sitting there on a line. There's like 15 sort of like you're going through. It's like, it might have been passport control. I can't remember what it was. I don't think so. It was security again. And they're running your bags through real machines because you're in Newark and you're in America, the greatest nation on the planet. And I hear, you people are junk. You people are garbage. And he's like, talking and talking. And all of a sudden I look up because I'm, it's like 4 a.m.
Yeah, you're
You've
tired.
traveled all day. And I hear like, this is a joke. I went through New Delhi International and it had better security than this place. What's wrong? What's wrong with you people? And it's a guy berating a TSA person who's sitting there quietly saying, I'm sorry, sir, this is the policy, blah, blah, blah. And I look up and it was 1 row over from me. My dad's like 4 rows down. My other sister's like 6 rows down. The last one's all the way down. And I hear the guy, I look up. And then I look down again and I'm like, if that guy doesn't effing shut the F up, I'm going to lose my mind. That's the last relevant thought I had because all of a sudden I hear someone screaming at the top of her lungs, would you shut the F up? But like the whole F word. And I realize it's me. I had a total fugue moment.
Breakdown.
I lost my mind and I go, just shut the F up, you moron. And it's me. And my dad's like, I hear, oh my God, it's my dad, like putting his head down. And the whole of Newark Airport starts clapping.
Yeah,
People
thank
start
goodness.
cheering. And he looks at me and I said, shut it. And now I'm aware that it's me. And I go, shut it. Just shut it. And everyone's like, yay. And the guy's like, And I said, shut the F up or I will walk over there and slap you silly.
You said that.
I said it out loud. And in the meantime, I'm like,
Wow.
oh my God, my words, like they're all
Yeah.
escaping out from me. I must have been so tired and so annoyed. I just lost my mind. And my dad,
Well, you had an outer body experience.
I did. I literally heard someone screaming. And I remember thinking, well, thank you, whoever that is, because I was about to do that. And I realized it was me.
That's
have I ever snapped?
Yeah.
Yes. And do you know what?
Perfect example.
I was treated like a hero.
Yeah.
All these people came walking up to me. TSA agents were like shaking my hand. Thank you so much. People do that to us all the time. That's a hard job to have.
Yeah, but we don't recommend you do that, people.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just telling you, I was treated like a hero. There was no downside. My dad was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
Oh, so
You just
funny.
can't not say something. And I was like, I didn't even know I was saying this. Okay. Usually I know when I'm saying something.
Well, apparently it needed to be said.
The interesting thing for me is when you snap, sometimes you don't know.
She said she didn't know who was
you don't- you
yelling.
don't
That's what I'm
plan.
saying.
You
Outer
don't
body
plan on it.
experience.
I
You
heard.
just
She blacked out for a
blah.
moment.
Yeah, and that happens.
She
yeah.
blacked out.
And I screamed so loudly and I said all these curse words like Okay, and remember, I'm working on my language, but my throat hurt. You know when you scream
Yeah.
so loud? Have you
Wow,
ever
yeah.
screamed so loud that your throat felt
Yeah, of
raw, your
course.
voice felt raw? That's how loudly I screamed. It was really loud. And my dad was like, one of these days, you're going to get beat up. And I was like, oh, trust me, they would have more than they bargained for if they tried to beat me up.
But that's a good one.
I love it.
Yeah, so I have
That
snapped.
is. It's a good one.
But that's not
very
a
good.
coping mechanism.
No,
And
don't-
that's where we
right,
are
right.
in the conversation. So for you, reframing,
yeah, reframing. If you can step away,
stepping away.
certain things you can't. Like I said, when you're driving, you just,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
You're stuck.
You have to
You're-
just
you're-
reframe your thoughts,
yeah.
but or else you will snap. You will scream and not know it's you screaming. I love it though.
It was
So good.
amazing.
I remember that story. You've told me before. I love
yeah,
it.
it was.
But
It
that's-
was.
I don't think I've ever. I can't think of anything that I've snapped like completely. I've never said something and didn't realize it wasn't me speaking. Like
Yeah.
so, I don't think that's ever happened to
I
me.
felt like I was in a fugue
Did
state.
anything? No, not for you, Carlos.
Carlos, you never snapped, have you?
No, I don't think so. I may did, but I don't remember. But in my house, yeah, with my kids, sometimes.
Okay,
I
Yeah,
use,
that
that's more
doesn't
easy.
count.
that
Kids are
doesn't that
so crazy
doesn't that
making-
doesn't count.
Oh, I've
but-
snapped. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that doesn't count. I'm sorry, that's not.
Yeah.
That's not what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
So I have some. Tactics.
Oh yeah, your tactics, right? We got
Yeah.
into your-
Okay. So this also is from ChatGPT. It's gathered from all over the place, but one of the suggestions was regulate first, then relate. Why it works? Annoyance revs the nervous system with using breathing exercises and breathing like a specific way is a downshift protocol. It can reduce the state of your anxiety and give your prefrontal cortex the mic again. So I'll tell you something I do. This is why I noted this one. Something's happening and I get annoyed. So what do I say? I say, I'm starting to feel annoyed. I'm starting to feel annoyed. What does that do? That reasserts control. I'm stating for the record, I'm starting to feel annoyed. So I'll give you an example. I don't feel road rage. I don't experience it. And I'll tell you what I do. Someone's lurking in that fast lane on the highway. I go, they have no idea what the rules of the road are. I'm just going to go around them. Like I'll flash once.
I was just gonna say, do you flash your lights?
I do once. And then I go, okay, they're not moving. They don't know the rules. I automatically attribute ignorance because I can handle someone being ignorant about a situation. It's when they think they know everything that I'll get angry. I don't get annoyed. I get angry with ignorant people. That I do get angry about. But I don't get annoyed. I go straight to anger. But on the road, or for example, I'm trying to get somewhere really fast. This is what I do. Everything, I'm hitting every red light. People are driving slowly in a one-lane road, whatever it is. I say to myself, God, you must be trying to slow me down because I could get in an accident or something. I'm going to appreciate this. I'm not going to get upset. I actually say it out loud. Why? Because your brain hears it and believes it. So I go, I'm not going to get upset. My brain's like, oh yeah, she's not going to get upset. And then it starts like interacting with me. You know, my brain is that control center and it starts automatically like dialing it down. I start listening more carefully to the radio. I do something, but I literally say, you must be trying to do something. So God, thank you for this. Thank you for this slow driver. I literally say that. And I used to feel like road ragey, not like crazy, but you know, like the annoyance from traffic when I was younger. And then I decided like, I'm the only person being affected by this. This person in front of me doesn't know. They don't know. I am the only person who's suffering. So I decided, how am I going to do this? And those were some of the ways I did it. So I'm going to give you a couple of more. One of them I love. You've already done one, which was reframing a situation. An example of that is, you know, someone doing something and me being like, they're not doing it to annoy me. They're just an annoying person. You know what I'm saying? Poor them. They have to live with themselves. That's the reframe. But the most important one is changing your environment. Because even in a situation like, okay, you're on a job site, you're pre-wiring the house, somebody else is playing the music really loudly. There's two choices. You can either put like noise canceling stuff on, you can start carrying it, or you can go to the person and say, I'm so sorry, but I have to ask you to lower your music. You can reframe, you can change that environment. One of the things when I was working was, there would be like persistent noise coming from an area. This actually, my assistant at the time was like, why don't we close your door? Because I have to be on the phone. I can't not be on the phone. And I was like, great. If we can close the door and you can lower your voice, I have the quiet that I need to operate. So changing your environment. One of the things I do at home is I'm very light sensitive. So I have all my lights set exactly where they need to be for my peace. That's when you can shift in your own environment. I'm lucky in that, I'm lucky that I live alone, but I'm lucky that, and I don't mean I live alone. I mean, for periods of time, I'm like during the day, no one's home. You know what I'm saying? So, I say to myself, okay, I'm going to play very soothing music today because I need it more. Those are ways in which you can do it. If the kids are gone, you can say, I'm going to pick up these toys and I'm going to sit here for 15 minutes because just picking up those toys, I've asked them a dozen times to put them in the toy bin. I'm just going to calm myself. I can change that. I can shift my environment. Those are the ways that I think are most easy ways to shift feeling annoyed. We said before you snap, like I did at the airport all those years ago, you can, how to deal with annoyance. So I think those were the most salient things that I read that I found in my research. Do you have any more?
Well, I have a couple things that I want to talk about because I struggle with the annoyance leading to anger because I feel like annoyance, I still am like, something has to trigger you to get angry. So two things I want to read. So it says, annoyance is an unpleasant mental state that is characterized by irritation, distraction from one's conscious thinking. It can lead to emotions such as frustration and anger. So I guess for me, I'm like, okay, you get annoyed. Is annoyed not an emotion? Or it just leads into an emotion? You know what I mean? I was trying to figure that out.
So what do you think?
I feel for me, but you and I see this differently. I feel I will get annoyed first. It's like the beginning of anger or leading to anger or frustration. That's how I look at being annoyed. But this is interesting that I wanted to read. What is the root cause of annoyance?
Okay, let's talk about that.
This is ChatGPT. And it says, annoyance stems from a variety of sources, including physical and psychological factors like lack of sleep, stress, and even low blood sugar. Ooh. It can also arise from environmental triggers such as noise or sensory overstimulation, or from psychological states like anxiety. Psychological states like anxiety, frustration, and feeling lack of control. Sometimes what irritates us in others can be a reflection of our own disowned traits or feelings. I thought that was kind of interesting. That's like really deep into being annoyed.
I love it.
Because why do we become annoyed? I mean, like the situation makes you annoyed, but what
allows it to prey at you?
So when I'm hungry, I can be very annoyed. I can get very annoyed when I want to eat. You get annoyed. You're shorter. I guess, you're not as, not going to say short-tempered, but you get more short. Like if you're hangry.
Yes, it's a word for a reason.
But stress too. Like, so if you have a lot of stress in your life, then it's true because you think about you'll probably get annoyed more easy.
More easily,
Like if you've had a really stressful day or just a lot of stress. But I thought that was interesting. What is the root?
Yeah, what's the root?
Like the root.
What I liked is what it said about, is it really annoying or is that your disowned feeling?
Yeah.
In other words, you haven't identified, I feel wildly out of control in my life. And then something happens that you kind of like starts you going, starts you spinning. And all of a sudden you're like, I haven't identified that I'm feeling really out of control right now.
Right. Because if you weren't in that state of mind, would you be as annoyed?
Correct.
And I've been in situations where I probably wouldn't be as annoyed if let's just say my day just was crazy and hectic. So I think that something could annoy me easier when I'm in overdrive.
So what's the answer? Because this is a section that we're talking about where we can have agency, where we can actually shift it. So using that, knowing that that's an observation, and we all feel like, I think that's the clutch point of the entire conversation that we've had, which is that it could be something that you've disowned the feeling, you haven't identified something.
Right.
How do you then turn that to your benefit?
Well, first of all, you have to realize it. Like until I read this, I didn't even think about that.
So that's new information.
Yeah, it's new information.
Yeah. So now that you know it, the next time you get annoyed, how do you use it?
Well, hopefully I have the restraint to think this way.
Yeah.
I don't just go from annoyance to, mad right away. I just maybe think about it a little bit differently. Think about why I'm being annoyed. Is this really annoying, or is it just something that I'm dealing with that I'm just allowing this to annoy me?
Okay. That's the takeaway. Say that again.
I hate when you do that because
it's so good though.
So I guess what I will do is if something annoys me, I will think about, is this really annoying me, or is this something else that's bothering me inside? So maybe this really isn't as annoying as I think it is because I'm dealing with something else and I'm just letting this kind of be a trigger.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right?
Oh, that is so, I love that. Yeah. And that is the most usable thing. Yeah. I think walking away from this conversation and applying it later in your life. I know I'll do that.
Yeah, because I never thought about it before.
Well, what you did was you assumed that these things are just truly annoying.
Exactly.
When in fact, they may not be.
They may not be.
Amazing.
Just dealing with something.
I love that. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
That's
I have
so
something
good.
smart to say every once in a while.
Every red moon.
The alternative response is, you're welcome.
It's not that easy
You can't
for
help
me.
yourself. I love it. Thank you for that. Okay. I'm really glad you shared that. Carlos, what about you?
No, what I said before, those two scenarios. Try to change the environment, as you say, or go away and walk or do something else.
Okay. Yeah, I think like really that's still kind of echoing in my head about, is this truly annoying?
I know.
That's
I
a big
didn't think
deal.
about that.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
To use it.
Yeah, I'm really glad. And for
That's
anyone who's watching us who deals with this, really hope that that's as helpful to you guys as it was to me hearing it. Really sort of a blessing to hear that. And speaking of blessings, before we close, I want to pray when we close today.
Yes,
we're going to start doing that.
Yeah.
But anything else that sort of like, that you want to leave the conversation with? Any, for me, that was a big takeaway.
Me too.
I love it. It's really good. Anything else before we wrap up and I pray for us?
That's a good one, Nancy.
Yeah, it's really good.
Carlos, when you get annoyed, I would be like, Carlos, are you really annoyed at me? Or is there something going on with you?
Correct. Something going on with you. Okay. So what we're going to do is I just want to give a shout out to everybody who texts us or direct messages us on Instagram. We love it when you do that. We love to hear what matters, like on Facebook. I want to shout out to my friend Peggy, who I love so dearly. She sent me the most amazing comment on Facebook.
What did she say? Because I don't.
It was about toxic people, and she was reminding me of someone that she used to work with. I used to work with Peggy.
Okay.
And Peggy, I love you. I miss you, girl. And just to anyone who does that, I saw a friend of ours out and about not long ago. And she said, keep podcasting. It's so encouraging, you guys. So if you are following us on Instagram, definitely send us a comment. We love to hear from you. And also, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, And on YouTube, if you're on YouTube, like, follow, comment. We really want to hear, and we really hope that something that we say matters, that you walk away from it with one thing, because that's all our experiences kind of grouped together. And we want to give you the experience so you don't go through what we went through to learn the lesson. So just to thank you to everybody who has, and just an encouragement to everybody who has not. If you do have something, that you want to share, a response, we love hearing it. So with that said, I want to close in prayer.
Okay.
And go to the Lord in prayer.
Yeah.
And just give it to God. So let's go to the Father. Heavenly Father, we just come to you in the name of Jesus, our Lord and Savior. And God, we thank you for today. Thank you for this podcast. Thank you for teaching us all these lessons over the years. God, we praise you for your generosity, for you teaching us and guiding us. And Lord, we pray for every person listening to our voice right now. Lord, we pray that the next annoying thing that happens, that they will use that as an opportunity, not just to question, is it annoying or something happening within me, but that they would take what's within them and give it to you, Lord. Because you say, come to me all who are weary, because my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And you ask us to share those worries, those burdens with you. Yes. And God, we just honor you. We thank you for being that for us. And God, we pray for everyone within the sound of our voice or watching this video, that they would know you, that they would know how much you love them, and that they would find you in the midst of wherever they are. And we pray these things in the name above all names, in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus.
Yes.
Amen.
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 And with that said, Nan, will you close us out?
Yeah. Remember to take things lightly while doing life deeply.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Yes, thanks for tuning in.
We will see you next time.
Yes, bye.
Bye, everybody.